Hello and welcome to Archvelder's Hacks with Archvelder and his amazing hacks. In this video I'm going to show you another very fast way to level from 50 to 60 by repeatedly killing a long forgotten mob buried deep in Blizzard's code that yields fantastic experience. So as in my last video, we are going to level up a character on a starter edition account first. So you can see here I've got my main account, which is Archvelder obviously, and that's the one I'm paying for. To create a sub account within your main Battle.net account, go to this address. Log in with your Battle.net username and password. That's just the username and password you'd log into WoW normally with. Now you should log into this screen. Now scroll down and look down to the bottom right. You can see this option, Create Starter Account. Select your geographical zone and a Starter Edition account will be magically and instantly created for you. When you next log in, this will be one of the account options waiting for you. As you can see, WoW 7 has just been created for me to log into. So, having done that, create a new level 1 character on your new Starter Edition account and level them up to 10. Visit Chromie outside your faction capital and switch on Warlords of Draenor Time Walking. The new Starter Edition account has to be part of your Battle.net account or you will not be able to access Time Walking and this exploit won't work. Apparently there's a requirement that you have leveled at least one character up to level 50 on your main account for any sub-account in your Battle.net to be able to access Time Walking through a Starter Edition. So having done that, log into the character on your main paid account that you want to level from 50 to 60 with, and form a group with the Starter Edition character you've just leveled up to 10. Now the character you want to level from 50 to 60 should port to their Draenor garrison using their garrison Hearthstone. If the level 50 does not have a garrison, you will need to set one up beforehand. I'm not going to show that process because there are lots of guides on how to do that, but it shouldn't take more than about 20 minutes. Now you should have a quest in your garrison available from Urel entitled A Hero's Welcome. Complete this quest by flying to Mbari village. Then complete the quests Closing the Door, Dark Enemies and Think of the Children. You'll also need to complete the side quest of Think of the Children in Need of a Hero. Completing all of these will open a fifth quest entitled Shadows Awaken. Shadows Awaken requires you to kill the void monstrosity Karnoth. He spawns after 30 seconds or so of roleplay. So far as I know, there's no way to skip that. Karnoth is an elite, however he isn't especially difficult to kill. But his elite status means you get a ton of XP from him. You can simply abandon the quest after doing so and then restart it. This is actually the most efficient way of grinding XP in this bracket that has been published publicly, at least if you have rested XP. It's also very, very easy. The easiest method that I know of to level in this bracket, with the exception of a method on my Patreon which involves literally pressing 2 buttons repeatedly again and again and leveling up through pet battles. Because this mob is instanced, you won't face any competition from other players, which is a big plus, as with farming rares in the open world generally. Something you will want to watch out for is your low-level character Starter Edition being logged out through inactivity. This is a big deal, because if the Starter Edition character is logged out, Time Walking stops immediately and automatically, and you will then have to go back to your garrison and restart the quest chain. Doesn't take too long to do that, but it is quite annoying and it breaks up the flow. For this reason, you just need to switch over to your Starter Edition account every so often and just press a single key. Do remember to use your garrison ability if you have it, as it does speed things up. You can also go through the More scenario and select Threads of Fate when you reach Ouroboros to get your Covenant abilities. See my last video if you don't know how to do that. Covenant abilities will speed up killing Karnath by a few seconds each time, but it isn't really a huge deal either way. Finally, if you still have your Heart of Azeroth necklace, that's worth using here, because although it clearly states when you look at your character pane that the necklace's essence abilities are disabled during time walking, they actually work fine if you macro them. You can test this out yourselves by typing in /cast essence ability. For example, /cast concentrated flame, which should heal your character if you target yourself. The main drawback of this method is that while it's faster than just flying around killing rares, as I suggested in my last video, it's not as much fun. You are just killing the same mob again and again and again. That said, I think this is an excellent trick for players who have quested through Shadowlands multiple times and want a fast and easy leveling option. Now, using this type of exploit is very unlikely to get anyone banned, so I wouldn't worry about that. It will, however, very likely get nerfed. In my opinion, Blizzard are wasting their time nerfing stuff like this, because there are dozens of similar opportunities scattered throughout the Warcraft universe. There's actually a very fast leveling method on the same questline as this one, if you have very good gear, and have fun figuring out what that might be. So there's the video. If you liked it, why not subscribe? And if you really liked it, why not consider joining my super secret Patreon feed, where methods too hot for YouTube are published regularly. I've just uploaded an amazing trick to do with Torghast. It completely trivializes all levels of Torghast. Thanks for watching. This has been Archfelder.